Come on, Clark, let's get out of... What the hell?
Whoa.
Come on, Cooper. If we're gonna find Carver, we need to go now.
Carver?
Carver?
So quite a few of the SCP reactions that we've done in the past deal with different dimensions. I'm talking about places that can only be accessed through some sort of portal or gateway. Sort of like the Red Sea object, where a disc, when placed next to a mirror, leads people to this crazy alternate dimension. Or even the red pool, that when submerged low enough and through the density of the red pool, they came out on the other side to this crazy, strange place that had some similar instances of real life, but was different. And even a place like Eden, which was guarded by the Gate Guardian in an SCP reaction that we did a little while back for 001. So today we're going to cover yet another dimension, but this time it's something different. It's by a key that can be accessed, a blue key, and that's the SCP that we're going to react into from an animation of SCP Animated Tales from the Foundation. Make sure to head on over to their channel and subscribe, guys. Click the notification bell, and if you like reaction videos like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel as well. Let's get into the reaction.
Your gear will be then checked 3 times by certified personnel.
D-class briefing?
After that, you will follow the worn path through the forest, where you will eventually find another door. When opened, that door will lead you out of SCP-860-1 and back into our
the
reality.
Other dimension. All right.
This mission, like most of our expeditions here at the Foundation, does not guarantee survival.
Right.
Anyone that enters will be equipped with a handheld camcorder and an audio headset for communication with me back at control.
Sure.
Subjects will be chosen based on a variety of factors, including physical and psychological evaluations by our medical staff.
All right.
That is, of course,
voluntold.
Unless we have any volunteers in the crowd.
Or volunteers.
We'll do it.
Wait, really?
Any particular reason why?
We were both avid outdoorsmen before we got sentenced here.
Huh.
It would be nice for us to see the world outside the Foundation walls again.
Are they twins?
Even if it's not our world.
Humans? Brothers?
Mr. Moore, your thoughts?
Well, we'll still need to run our tests to qualify you for the exploration. But as long as there's no significant issue with the results, Dr. Buck and I have no reason not to select one of you.
What are the qualifications, I wonder?
We would like to go together if possible. We work better as a team.
Mr. Moore, you've never sent more than one person in there at a time, correct?
Correct. I suppose that could potentially lead to some new findings. I'll have to get approval from the site director.
This won't sway us from cooperating in the mission in any way, but out of curiosity, does anyone ever escape SCP-860-1?
Of course. How else would we know that there's a door on the other side of the path that leads back to our reality?
Sorry, our apologies. That was a stupid question.
Are they?
Well, then I suppose this briefing is adjourned. Dismissed.
They're very much alike. Are they twins or maybe...
Remember, the door closes and locks itself immediately after someone enters.
You both need to run through there quickly.
Roger that, Command. You ready, Cooper? Yeah, and I'm recording.
All right, they got a plan.
Receiving the transmission here on our end.
Them
Please
dudes
proceed.
have a plan. Is that their escape attempt, maybe? Because they were sentenced there, remember? Okay,
Double check the door for posterity. Like Dr. Buck mentioned before, it should be locked.
Right.
Yep, it's locked, all right.
As expected.
All right.
Go ahead and begin walking down the path.
Dr. Buck, while we got a moment, I just want to say what a pleasure it's been working with you over the last few weeks. My old boss was, well, difficult to tolerate at times.
She's
You're
not the
referring to
friendliest
Dr.
either.
Nomita, I assume.
Yes. So you've met him?
Yes, we are quite familiar with each other. I see his stubbornness and reckless behavior have preceded him yet again.
Yeah, he was kind of the worst, honestly. Basically, everyone hates him.
He's my father.
Wow.
Hey, Command,
That's
are you getting
awkward.
this?
Getting what?
There's sort of a low howling kind of sound. Yeah, or like a roar maybe, but it's muffled and distant.
Other subjects have encountered that noise before.
Okay.
And? Yeah, what's the source of it?
We're still not sure.
Please continue D3456 and D3457.
As you wish.
Yeah. Going
I'm
deep.
sorry about insulting your family, Dr. Buck. That was unprofessional.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. But you weren't wrong about him. I can't stand him either.
Wow.
Oh, good. I mean, not good that you hate him, just that you...
Shut up, Matt.
Just stop.
D3456, are you hearing that whispering sound?
No. What are you talking about?
Sounds like interference.
I don't hear anything either.
It sounds like murmuring voices.
Oh,
Yeah, lots of them.
it's not
It's coming over our audio transmission.
No. Sorry, we don't hear anything. Maybe this place messes with the comm systems?
It would appear so. You never experienced that on previous excursions, did you?
No, never. We've also never experienced that.
Which way should we go?
This is
Oh, a split in the path.
new. We've never seen SCP-860-1 manifest like this before.
Well, I guess we'll... No shit! You must have heard it that time. This thing is right on top of us.
Heard what? The roaring noise you described earlier?
Yeah.
We still aren't getting that on our end.
Right.
Come on, Clark. Let's get out of... What the hell?
Whoa.
Come on, Cooper. If we're gonna find Carver, we need to go now.
Carver?
Carver?
D3456, what are you talking about?
Oh my god, it sounds so close.
They're looking for somebody.
Keep running. Don't look back.
D3456? 3457, what is going on in there?
Come on, guys. You gotta talk to us.
Carver?
Oh,
my god.
dang.
It's really you.
They found...
You're so old. What happened to you? We're gonna get you out of here.
Oh! That was a wolf. Oh, no. He's a zombie, I bet, or something. Yeah. He didn't look so hot. What the hell?
So, you care to explain how one of the most respected researchers here at this site allowed such a catastrophe to happen?
With all due
We know
respect,
him.
sir, I would hardly call this a catastrophe.
Oh, is that so? What would you call it then?
He was in an SCP. He welcomed Gustav onto his team. Okay, he was in a reaction video that he did a while back, and he was so pleasant and like, oh dear, we must get together for tea. And then as soon as she disappeared, he was like, no, listen, you little shit. Like, he was really, really blunt. I guess this is the guy that they talking about earlier.
An admittedly unfortunate oversight. There was no way for Mr. Moore or myself to know that D3456 and D3457 were related to a previous test subject of SCP-860.
Really? There was no way. Because a simple look through previous expedition logs would have shown that D3111 looks awfully familiar to his triplet brothers.
Oh,
Didn't it
triplets.
alert you that 2 D-class inmates volunteered for a mission?
Yes.
Tell me, Dr. Buck, do you do any previous research before you take on a new assignment, or do you just find yourself winging it most of the
Oh
time?
God.
Director Jones, I sincerely understand your frustration, but this mission was not a failure. In fact, I believe most at the Foundation would describe it as a resounding success.
Wow.
We have new footage of SCP-860-1 manifesting itself in previously unknown ways. The fact that these brothers managed to finagle their way into our experiment didn't prevent us from making groundbreaking discoveries.
Listen here, Dr. Buck. You low-level employees might think our ethics committee is a joke, but I assure you it is not. I've feigned kindness towards you this long because as the daughter of Dr. Nomita, you might eventually hold some weight with the council.
Okay.
But you will not make me look like a fool with your reckless behavior.
Uh-oh.
Having blood relatives in an active experiment greatly compromised the results of the expedition. I'm taking you off this duty
Wow.
and assigning you to SCP-178. Now get the hell out of my office.
Wow.
Very well, sir.
Dang. They did get to observe it. To me, it was a resounding success as well. I mean, it did result in the death of D-Class, but really and truly, what? How is that different from any other freaking experiment that we've ever seen D-Class part of? They fodder at this point, poor things. There's actually a D-Class SCP that I'd like to cover in some of the future episodes as well. I have a long list that I'm really waiting to get into, and I'm looking forward to every single one. I hope you guys are too. As far as SCP Animated Tales from the Foundation, make sure to check them out, guys. Link is going to be right there, as well as a couple other animations from them that I reacted to right here. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off, and we'll see you next time.
Break it down.